Okay, we will be graphing linear equation. A linear equation is an equation that forms a line when it is graphed. If you notice in the first four letters of the word, you've got L-I-N-E, line. A linear equation is an equation that forms a line when it is graphed. Linear equations are often written in the form of ax plus by equals c. This is called the standard form of a linear equation. The a, the b, and the c represent numbers. The a is the coefficient that goes with the variable x. The b is the coefficient that goes with the variable y. And c is the constant. Do you remember what a constant is? A constant is a never-changing number, so it's a number that does not have a variable with it. So, determine whether each equation is a linear equation. If it is, write it in standard form. Alright, this first one here. Remember, it's got to be ax plus by equals c. Does it have an ax in there? Yes, negative 3x is right there. Does it have a by? Yeah, there's a 1y. That's what we need to have. And does it have a constant? C, 4. Yes, it does. So, let me get a marker here. If we want to rewrite this so that it says ax plus by equals c, we've got to have the x over here on this side. So that means we're going to plus 3x, and that gives us 3x plus y equals 4. And that's in the standard form. Okay, the next one. We've got 6x minus xy equals 4. We've got an ax right here, but the by is a problem because, see, we've got two variables in one term. You can't have two variables in one term and it be a linear equation. So this one is not a linear equation. Alright, this one is not a linear equation because linear equations do not have an exponent of 2 or higher. The exponents have to be 1 or lower. Okay, so we've got not a linear equation. If it has an exponent of 2 or higher, it's not a linear equation. Alright, this last one down here. We've got 1/3 x minus 2/3 y equals 2. It has the ax, the by, and the c. And when we look at this, we notice that it's got fractions. The standard form of a linear equation will not have fractions in it, so you've got to change it so that the fractions go away. If you remember correctly, we have discussed before that if all the denominators are the same, you can ignore the denominators. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make all the denominators a 3. So 3 goes into 3 one time. 1 times 1 is 1, x. 3 goes into 3 one time. 1 times 2 is 2, y. And 1 goes into 3 three times. 3 times 2 is 6. And that's our linear equation in standard form. The x-coordinate of the point at which the graph of an equation crosses the x-axis is an x-intercept. What that means is that this is the graph of a linear equation, okay, this line, and where it crosses the x-axis is called the x-intercept. So this is the x-intercept right there. What is the coordinate of that x-intercept? The coordinate is 1, and then that's the x part of it. And then how much does it go up or down on the y-axis? On the y-axis right here. It doesn't go up, it doesn't go down, so that's 0. And we say that the x-intercept is 1. Alright, the y-coordinate of the point at which the graph of an equation crosses the y-axis is called the y-intercept. So here's the y-axis. This is where it crosses the y-axis right here. And the coordinate is 0. It doesn't go left, or it doesn't go right, so that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, negative 4 because it goes down. And so since it's the y coordinate of the point is the y-intercept, then that means that the y-intercept is equal to negative 4. Okay, each block represents 5 units, and I want you to tell me what the y and x intercepts are. Okay, so we look at this, and we go to the x-intercept on the x-axis, and there it is right there. That's where it crosses the x-axis, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, 10, 15, 20. So x equals 20 is the x-intercept. The y-intercept is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Y equals 30. That's the y-intercept. The x-intercept is x equals 20. Alright, now I believe it's your turn. Each block represents, no, it's not your turn. Each block represents 50 units. Tell me what the x-intercept is. Remember, the x-intercept occurs where the line goes through the x-axis. But what do you notice here? This line never crosses the x-axis. So there is no x-intercept. But there is a y-intercept. 1, 2, 3, 4 times 50 is 200. So that means the y-intercept is 200. A swimming pool is being drained at a rate of 720 gallons per hour. This table shows the function relating the volume of water in a pool and the time in hours that the pool has been draining. What I want you to do is find the x and y intercepts of the graph of the function. So this table right here shows the time and the volume. The time is done in hours, the volume is done in gallons. Remember, the x-intercept is found where the y is 0, and the y-intercept is found where the x is 0. Let me write that out for you here. So the x-intercept occurs when the y-coordinate is 0, and the y-intercept occurs when the x-coordinate is 0. So let's find the x-intercept. The x-intercept occurs where the y is 0, so that means the x-intercept is 14. So let's write that down. 14. The y-intercept occurs when the x-coordinate is 0. The x-coordinate is 0 right here, and the volume is 10, 0, 80. 10, 0, 80. Now, what does that look like whenever you've got your graph? This is gallons, and this is time down here. And we start out up here at, we've got our graph at 10,080, and it goes down to here, and this is 14. This is 10,080. That's the y-intercept. This is the x-intercept. Now, describe what the intercepts mean in this situation. What does it mean when the x is 0 and the y is 10,080? That means that the time is 0. That means at the beginning, the volume of the pool is 10,080 gallons. So on the graph here, when you look here, that means that the volume of the pool is at its starting point of 10,080. The x-intercept, on the other hand, is when the pool is empty. So the x-intercept of 14 means that after 14 hours, the water has a volume of 0, or it's empty. The y-intercept of 10,080 means the pool contained that many gallons of water at time 0. This table shows the function relating the distance to an amusement park in miles and the time and hours a Torres family is driven. Find the x and y intercepts and describe what the intercepts mean in this situation. Once again, the x-intercept is found where the y is 0. The y-intercept is found where the x is 0. So what is the y-intercept? The y-intercept occurs where the x is 0, so that's 248 miles. The x-intercept occurs where the y is 0. So the x-intercept occurs here, and it's 4. Now what do these intercepts mean in this situation? The y-intercept of 248 means that time 0 they had 248 miles to go, or in other words, at the beginning of their trip they had 248 miles to go. The x-intercept, on the other hand, means that after 4 hours they have 0 miles to go, or in other words, after 4 hours they have arrived at their destination. Okay, let's graph 2x plus 4y equals 16 using the x and y intercepts. This is how you do this. Remember, I've said this several times, so hopefully it's beginning to be implanted in your brain now. 2x plus 4y equals 16. The x-intercept occurs when the y is 0. So this is what you can do to find the x-intercept. 2x plus 4 times 0 equals 16. Like I said, the x-intercept occurs where the y is 0. So we go 2x equals 16 because 4 times 0 is 0. Divide by 2, divide by 2, x equals 8. So the x-intercept is 8. So we come over here and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we put our dot there. Okay? Now to find the y-intercept, that occurs where the x is 0. So we go 2 times 0 plus 4y equals 16. Then we go 4y equals 16 because 2 times 0 is 0. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. That gives us y equals 4. So we come over here on the y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we've got 2 points, and because we've got those 2 points, we can draw a line between the 2 points. And when you're drawing lines, by the way, you want to put arrows on the ends of the lines because that means that they continue on in both directions infinitely. Alright, your turn. Graph 4x minus y equals 4 using the x and the y intercepts. Pause the video, try it, and come back to me. Okay, so we've got 4x minus y equals 4. The x-intercept occurs where the y is 0. So we go 4x minus 0 equals 4. 4x equals 4. Divide by 4, divide by 4. X equals 1. So we come over here to 1 and we put our dot. That's the x-intercept. The y-intercept occurs where the x is 0. So we go 4 times 0 minus y equals 4. That gives us minus y equals 4. Divide by negative 1. Divide by negative 1. Y equals, negative 4. So we come over here to negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we draw our line. Wrong place. Draw our line. Put our arrows on each end because the line goes on forever in both directions. And you've drawn your graph of the line using the x and y intercepts. Okay, now let's graph y equals 2x plus 2 using the x and y intercepts. We've got y equals 2x plus 2. The y-intercept occurs where x is 0. So we go y equals 2 times 0 plus 2. Y equals 2. So we come over here to y, 1, 2. Then the x-intercept occurs where y is 0. So we get 0 equals 2x plus 2 minus 2x minus 2x. You could have done minus 2 if you wanted to. I just chose to do the variable. Minus 2x equals 2. Divide by negative 2. Divide by negative 2. That gives us x equals negative 1. So we come over here to x and negative 1. And we draw our line. This time I'm going to draw it just straight through like this. Oh, what a good line. And we have our line. Now we're going to do it making a table. Sometimes it's easier to make a table, so we're going to try that now. So we've got our x coordinate and our y coordinate. It's always easy to start out with x being 0. If x is 0, then it will be y equals 1/3 times 0 plus 2, y equals 2. Now, whenever you've got a fraction involved, it's always good to use multiples of the denominator whenever you're choosing your numbers. So let's try 3. 1/3 of 3, y equals 1/3 times 3 plus 2, y equals 1 plus 2, y equals 3. There we go. So let's go over here and plot 0, 2. Here's 0, 2, and 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's always good to have more than 2 points because you can draw a better line that way. And well, if you had a straight edge, you could probably do it right now. But let's try -3. That would be y equals 1/3 times -3 plus 2, y equals -1 plus 2, y equals 1. So at -3, 1, 2, 3, y will be 1. And now we can draw our line. And we put our arrows on the end of the line. And we've done it using it, making a table. Oh, I didn't fill in that last part of the table. 1. So we've done it, drawing it. We drew our line using a table. Your turn. Graph 2x minus y equals 2 by making a table. Pause the video, try this, and then get back with me. Okay, so we've got graph 2x minus y equals 2 using a table. So we put our table. X and y. 0 is always a good one to start out with. X is 0. That gives us -y equals 2. Divide by -1 on both sides. That gives you y equals -2. This time you can choose anything you want to because you're not dealing with fractions. So let's choose 2. 2 times 2 minus y equals 2. That gives you 4 minus y equals 2. Minus 4 on both sides. That gives you -y equals -2. Divide by -1 on both sides. And that gives you y equals 2. And let's try a negative number, -2. So 2 times -2 minus y equals 2. -4 minus y equals 2. Plus 4, y equals 6. Divide by -1, and you get y equals -6. So let's come over here and graph. We've got 0, -2. We've got 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And we've got -2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's draw our line. And let's put our arrows on the end. And we've done it by making a table. Now we've got graph x equals 3 by making a table. So let's try this. We've got our x, we've got y. Let's make our table here. It says that x is 3. X is 3. Always x is 3. It doesn't matter what y is, x is 3. So if y is 0, x is 3. If y is 1, x is 3. If y is 2, It doesn't matter. It just says x is 3. So we come over here to x, 1, 2, 3, and we draw a line a dot right here. X is 3 all the way up and all the way down. So we draw our line. Whoops, wrong one. We draw our line. It just goes straight down like that, up and down. And we put our arrows on the end to be consistent. And that's what a line looks like when it says x equals a constant number. It's a vertical line. Now see if you understood what we just did. Graph y equals -2 by making a table. Go ahead, go to the trouble of making the table, pause the video and get back with me. So we got x, we got y. Let's choose 0 for x, 1 for x, 2 for x, and 3 for x. What's y going to be? -2, -2, -2, -2. Always it's going to be -2. So when we come over here to our graph and we go 0, -2, 1, -2, 2, -2, 3, -2. So the line is just going to be a horizontal line at y is -2. And we put our arrows on there. And we are complete.